Potassium's intracellular. Acetylcholine is in our vesicles and our synaptic terminals. Calcium is extracellular. Did I say that already? And then in our muscle fiber, calcium is in our sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so the whole process starts when our ligand binds to that chemically or ligand-gated channel, right? In our model that we're doing now, that channel opens and sodium flows in. All right? That causes a depolarization of the membrane, which leads to, who's this? A graded potential. Okay? So that graded potential, if it's large enough, is going to come to the trigger zone, and threshold will be reached. And once threshold is reached, it triggers our action potential to travel down the axon. So first, we have what kind of gated channels? Voltage gated channels. So our sodium voltage gated channel is going to open and sodium is going to flow in. That's going to cause the membrane to depolarize. Then our next channel is a what kind? Voltage gated potassium channel. So that channel is going to open, potassium is going to flow out, and that's going to cause the membrane to repolarize. All right, so that's going to continue all the way down our axon, our arteriodendrite, into the axon terminal. And we said if this was myelinated, the action potential would be jumping from node to node, and that's called saltatory propagation. If not, if it's going much slower, it's continuous. All right, so action potential travels all the way down to the axon terminal where we have what kind of gated channels? Voltage gated calcium channels. So then our calcium is going to flow in, and that's going to trigger what? Exocytosis of acetylcholine. So our acetylcholine is going to go into our, what's this area called again? Synaptic cleft of the, what's this junction? Neuromuscular junction. All right, so acetylcholine is going to come across here, and then what is it going to do? Yeah, so it's going to bind this ligand or chemically gated channel. The channel is going to open, and then sodium is going to flow in, which is going to cause the membrane to depolarize, which is going to trigger Thomas to move, which is our action potential, because this is, what kind of membrane is it? Excitable. So our excitable membrane, our action potential is going to be propagated along this membrane, which is called the sarcolemma, and then it's going to travel down our T-tubules, and then it's going to signal our sarcoplasmic reticulum to do what? Release calcium. And then calcium is going to come over and bind what on our thin filament? It's going to bind troponin, and that binding troponin is going to shift the troponin what complex? Tropomyosin. So it's going to shift the troponin tropomyosin complex off the active sites on the actin, and that's going to allow what to happen?
Myosin heads attach.
That's going to allow the myosin heads to come in, attach to the active sites, and then we can have
The contraction.
our power stroke occur, and the filaments slide past each other, leading to our muscle contraction.